Welcome to Snark Marks, everybody. We are a very funny podcast out of Central Vibe, California. I'm Andrew. That's Dusty.
I'm now partially cat. Hey.
Yeah, Dusty
Yeah.
is part. Dusty a lot of times just has a butthole next to his head on when
Yeah.
he my cat will not climb me. He probably thinks he'll break me.
He's taking a look at the structure and decided
He's like,
you're not
I
worthy.
can't do that to him.
Yeah.
He feeds me. I can't do that to him.
They have no concern for my for my well-being. I'm a sturdy fellow. So
You're structurally sound. That's what I've always said about you.
No.
Did you say you got another cat?
Well, this is the newest cat.
Oh, so that's the one I met.
I don't know if you met this cat. This might have been a cat post when you came to my house.
When I came to your house, you had a kitten that you had just gotten that was sequestered in a room because
That's
the other
her.
cats have it was an outcast, an outcat, if you will.
Yeah. That's the same one. Guess what? Still not getting along. So
yeah, we're trying to introduce Mary's dog to my cat, and my cat is not having it.
Disinterested.
He wants to kill this dog, and this dog, like, it's a golden doodle, so it's like a gay dog, and it sits there, and the cat will just be like slowly walking up to it, and the dog will just be sitting there like trying to look brave, and then but slowly, like, we'll just periodically look back and be like, Mary, are you gonna help me here? Like, this fucking thing's gonna kill me.
Yeah, what's happening right now is when she gets out, or if we let her out, she's chill for the most part. She just walks around, smells stuff, whatever. All the other cats freak out and they hate her, but then they back themselves into these corners. Like that's their defense thing. And then she comes up to them and then they fight because but I'm like, well, you didn't give yourself anywhere to go. So why are you doing that?
That is when cats will swing while they're in the corner. So that it's almost like they're antagonizing because they don't want it. They're like, you swing first because it's
right.
It's like, have you ever seen like a 25-year-old and a 17-year-old square up, and the 25-year-old's all, you got to hit me first, bro. Like that matters that much,
Yeah, it's suicide by
once
cop.
The video comes out.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, she's great, but they're just we're having to take it super slow,
God, that's a nightmare. It's been a long time. We went to Green Day in October, I believe.
Yeah, it's been a lonely time.
It's been 5 months.
Yeah, they're just unchill with each other. Yeah, but that has been the least of my worries, Andrew. I had to go to the dentist this week.
Yeah, and Dusty, historically, not a dentist man.
No, but for various reasons. The fact that I hate the dentist, but also monetary reasons, have kept me from the dentist. I'm aware that tooth health is important. I just don't have the money. Yeah.
Dusty's poor.
Yeah. Historically,
I didn't mean for
poor.
that to play right there. I was like, I was queuing it up and it played because I don't know how to use this machine.
And
I was able to improv over the top of it.
Yeah, that's so. Saturday, I started to feel some tooth pain.
And I was like, tooth pain's the worst.
And I was like, okay, I was like, okay, maybe I like ate something and it stuck or something. So let me brush these guys. Let me see if that helps. Didn't help. And then I'm starting to be like, oh no.
Which tooth are we talking?
Very back on the right up.
Okay.
I've had my wisdom teeth out, so it's the very last tooth that's available.
On the top.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm like, this thing's killing, man. And then Sunday, no reprieve. Like, I'm gonna have to go, like, and then I have to. I'm doing the 7 stages of grief. I'm like bargaining, and then acceptance, and I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna have to go to the dentist. I don't want to go to the dentist, but I need I also need this to not hurt anymore, because that's going to be a big problem. So the earliest I could get in was Tuesday because I haven't established a dentist since I moved from where I used to live. So from Saturday to Monday, from Saturday to basically Tuesday morning, no reprieve on this tooth pain. It just
Yeah.
hurts all the time,
Yeah.
like regardless of what I do. Uh, if
You,
I take medicine, it's a dull roar, but it still hurts.
you should have done the gauze around the head. You had an
Uh,
opportunity.
yeah, I could have Three Stooged it, but I don't know that that would have
Yeah.
helped.
No,
Um,
I mean, who cares? It would have been
yeah,
funny.
yeah. Um, so I go to the dentist, and they're like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "I got tooth pain," and they're like, "Okay, like when's the last time you went to the dentist?" And I was like, "Look, let's we don't have to do this thing because it's not going to matter. Whatever number I give you is insufficient. Like you're
Yeah.
not going to be happy with that number." And to be honest with you, I don't really remember. Maybe whenever Donald Trump was the president the first time, probably the last time I went to the dentist. Uh,
I'm not. Well, okay. Hell yeah.
yeah. Um,
That's more recently than my dad, probably.
well, and I had went to the dentist. And I'd done the root scale cleaning before, and they'd done this whole plan for me and whatever. And then they were like, "Oh yeah, by the way, it's like $2,500." And I was like, "Bah," and they're like, "There's no payment." And I tried to apply for whatever the dentist credit card thing is that you can get. They said
Yeah.
no, and I was like, "Well,
They
fuck
went,
me."
bah!
Yeah. Well, fuck me then. I don't have this money to fix this. So
Yeah.
whatever. I guess I shouldn't have abandoned the preventive care, I suppose. But I was just like, they're just going to yell at me every time, and it's not ever going to be, hey, it doesn't cost as much money as we
They're
said it
just
did.
gonna yell at me every
They're
time.
just going to keep yelling at me, and I don't want them to.
I can't go to the dentist. They're mean.
What are they like? I know they're going to tell me all the stuff I already know. So now I'm going, and I'm like, yeah, it hurts. And now they have some new dentist technology where they can do like a full 3D rendering of your mouth. Like they like scan it and then they can
Yeah.
put it on the screen. Not a fan of that technology. Nobody's teeth look flattering, I wouldn't think, uh, from that, like in that situation.
Some people's do. Like Mary's got perfect teeth.
Yeah,
And it's annoying, but
yeah,
it happens.
yeah,
I had braces, and my teeth are still like, and I wore my retainers. I don't know what the hell happened.
yeah. And so they're like, and then I did the thing. I don't even know why I did it. They're like, "How much do you brush and floss?" And I'm like, "Well, I try to brush twice a day, and then I try to floss, at least once a day." No, I don't. Then that guy knows. I just lied straight to his face for no reason other than I thought I could game the dentist, and I didn't want to admit it because I'm in the hot seat, you know.
We got to get you flossing, dog.
Yeah, I don't think about it, but now I'll tell you the end of the story. Now I'm
Yeah.
on the floss train, but
Oh, good. Good. Good.
uh they're like, okay, so what we'd like to do, I mean, they're like, so the tooth in the back, it's fucked. There's like a huge cavity on it. And I'm like, cool, 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 cool. They're like,
Yeah.
uh, and it's like low on the tooth and it's huge. So our suggestion, since it's in the back and no one will ever see it, we should just pull that tooth. And I'm like, sweet. Can we do that immediately? Because it hurts. And I would like it to
Yeah.
not hurt anymore. And they're like, well, we also suggest you get a root and scale cleaning since you haven't had your teeth cleaned in a long time, so that your mouth has as pristine a situation for this tooth extraction to happen in. And I'm like, okay, man, can we do that all right now? And they're like, yeah, we'll do it right now. All right, cool. So this lady, have you ever had the root and scale cleaning? It's like a
I don't
deep
know.
uh like cleaning. Not, it doesn't even count as preventative. It hits a different type of the insurance because they have to do like more cleaning, I guess.
We got to get the
uh
jackhammer out.
yeah, this woman was cleaning my teeth as though she took my lack of going to the dentist as a personal affront. Like
Yeah.
she was in there to the point where I was like, okay,
Yeah.
like you got to stop. And she was like, like there's some gum bleeding happening, and all I could think of was that Hannibal Buress joke where I'm like, well, if you're stabbing my gums with metal, what's the response supposed to be? They're not supposed to bleed when that happens? Do I not bleed if you stab me with sharp objects? Am I but a man? And so she's like doing all that, and then finally it's over. And they're like, okay, we got to check your blood pressure. And I have historically high blood pressure anyway. So I'm
Yeah, it's
like,
through the
okay.
roof.
So they check it and they're like, it's not looking so great. Are you on? And I was like, well, I take medication. And they're like, did you take it today? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, still not looking great. And in my head, I'm like, do you think maybe the
The
intense
stabbing.
pain and
Yeah,
stabbing that you're putting me
the
through?
searing and the stabbing. Yeah.
Yeah. Not to mention the fact that I don't want to be here in the first goddamn place. if not for the fact that my tooth is like hurting so bad. If I could do it myself, and at a certain point over the weekend, I was like, could I be a dude who uses pliers and just tears his own tooth out? I don't think
No.
I could be that dude.
And I'm not putting you down by saying that.
No. Yeah.
It's probably harder than it sounds.
Yeah. So like we're gonna let you chill for a while,
Fuck.
but
That that sounds awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna we're gonna let you chill for a while, see what happens. But in the meantime, we'd also like to sell you this specific toothbrush. For your aftercare. Yeah. Like they're gonna upsell me an electric toothbrush to take home.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
You declined.
No, I went with it because
You went with
it was all included in the now my credit score is good enough I could finance my own tooth health.
Hell yeah, dude! Look at you.
All in pricing.
Everything's coming
I
up
got
dusty.
yeah. So I got the new toothbrush and I got a water flosser that is recommended. Check it out by the hygienist who sells the water flosser.
Yeah.
She says
unbelievable.
Pretty great. Yeah. Turns
I even
out.
sold him the water flosser.
Yeah. I don't know. Seems
idiot.
pretty cool.
No, I know people who swear by him.
It's got 4 jets. I'll tell you that. Quad jets.
That's quite a few jets.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like everybody that I know who uses a water flosser acts like it's orgasmic?
I haven't used it yet, only because I'm concerned about blasting the hole in my mouth that I'd rather not have reopen. So
I don't know, man. I swallowed a lot of blood.
Yeah. So they're like, okay, we're gonna move forward. We're gonna numb you up, and then we're gonna do the tooth extraction. And I'm like,
shit right out. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, dope. And then they numbed me up, and what a sublime experience it was to suddenly not have my tooth hurt. I was like, you could just do this and I'd be okay. Like, it'll hurt again, but I'll take this.
Can you just send me with some of these shots?
Yeah, give me some lidocaine and I'll just go home. Yeah. And the dude's like, okay, we've numbed you up. And they do I don't understand why the dentist does this. They lay all the instruments of torture out where I can plainly see them.
Yeah.
There's like a fucking hammer and a claw thing and all this.
Because if they bring out some ominous bag of devices.
No, just lay me back and I don't ever see it, dude. I don't need to see it. But it's all there on the table. They're like, hey, guess what? In a minute, we're going to use this to fucking yank.
A guy in a robe with a giant hood on, like slowly walks him into the room.
So he's like, okay, you seem properly numbed up. I'm going to start pulling on your tooth. Now.
Start slapping your face. Can you feel this?
Yeah.
Can you feel this?
He's like, now you're going to feel some pressure. And then you're going to feel a lot of pressure. He's like, it's hard to pull a tooth. And I'm like, why are you? I guess you're just preparing me. But I don't want to
know what's going on, dude.
Yeah. So he's like, but if it hurts at any point, you got to tell me to stop and we'll reassess. And I'm like, okay. So he starts doing it. And I'm like, I don't know. That kind of hurts. Like I'm feeling not just pressure. I'm feeling like pain. So I put my hand up And he's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "I feel some pain." And he's like, "Do you feel pain or is it pressure?" And I'm like, I I don't I don't know, man. Like it doesn't hurt bad, but there,
I'm just trying to determine what level of pussy you are.
right. I was like, and he's like, "Well, the thing is," he's like, "I'll give you a little more numbing stuff, but with your blood pressure being as high as it is right now, if we can't do it with what we've given you now, we're gonna have to reschedule." And I was so then in my head I was like, "So you just decided for me? Because there's no fucking way I'm coming back here to do this again. If it hurts, I'm just not going to tell you unless it hurts so bad that I think I cannot take the amount of pain that it is.
Yeah.
Because like that's the option that you've essentially given me. We pulled on your tooth a lot, but not enough. But if we can't pull on it anymore, we're just going to let you leave. Not today, my friend. Not happening.
See
So
what I understand you're in a tough situation. You're taking exception to a lot of very clear decisions that this person had to make.
no, I get what he's doing, and I
Yeah.
understand what he's saying. Like I understand what he's saying. I'm not saying that he's wrong. I'm just saying for me, I then made a personal resolution that unless this hurts so goddamn bad I can't do anything about it, I'm just gonna let him do it.
Yeah.
And then it didn't hurt. There was definitely like it's not a pleasant experience. Uh, you know, uh, but they did it, and then it was out, and I was like, okay, hell yeah. Now, let me ask you this. If you ever had to get a tooth pulled, do you want to see the tooth?
Yeah.
See, I didn't want to see it.
Why
And
not?
I don't know. A dentist did that to me when I was a kid, fucked me up real bad. So maybe that's where a lot of I had
This
a,
is this is what we're learning is this is just a dusty trauma dump right now.
dude, I had such a mean dentist when I was a kid. This woman was a tyrant. She was so
Yeah.
mean to me and would say mean shit to me like all the time. But she was a good dentist, but she was just mean. Dr. Molly was a
As,
mean lady.
as soon as you walk in, what's up, stupid? How's it
Yeah.
going?
Well, what?
Let me guess. You haven't been flossing again.
Yeah,
You're gonna cry again on the table?
yeah. The first time that she did dental work on me, it was like the first time I'd ever been to the dentist. I didn't even know the dentist existed. And they did like 2 hours worth of shit to me when I'm like 7 or 8 years old. And I was gripping the chair at one point, and she goes, "Now don't grip my chair too hard because if you break it, then your mom has to pay for it. Do you want your mom to have to pay for this chair?" And I was like, Jesus Christ, dude. Uh
Hell yeah, dude.
yeah, so she was just she was like risk she was definitely laying all her cards on the table. And again, I don't blame the dentist. I was just like, look, man, if the option is you can pull this tooth and it might hurt a little bit, or you're not going to pull this tooth out of an abundance of caution, which I appreciate, we're going to go ahead and pull this tooth today.
I can't.
I'm gonna
I'm still sad you didn't want to see the tooth. I'm always curious.
yeah, no,
How big are the legs on this motherfucker? Like, are they
yeah,
curly? I feel like the curly ones look scary. Like,
that's it just I got to take the one from when I was a kid that had a cavity home. And
yeah,
my dentist was like, "Look at this every time that you don't brush your teeth. This is what will happen." And I
man,
was,
Dr. Molly was like, you went
dude,
to, Miss Trunchbull was your
I
dentist.
told you, dude. I have dentist trauma. I don't like going to the dentist. I hate it. So, uh, so, and then all that gets done, and then they give me they put gauze in my mouth and they do all the stuff. And then it's like the aftercare instructions. But since I'm an anxious person, I have like 50 follow up questions about what the aftercare
is is it gonna grow
is.
back?
Right.
You're sure it's not gonna grow back?
Yeah, you're for sure that
Are
it's
you
not going
sure
to
you
go
got
back.
the whole thing?
Yeah. And then I have to worry about getting a dry socket now,
Yeah,
which is when I had my wisdom teeth, I didn't get one or I didn't
yeah.
get any. But I hear is like truly painful. It sucks. So I'm currently dealing with the anxiety of that issue.
Just don't
You
use a
know.
straw.
Well, it also says you can't spit, and so I was like, when I brush my teeth,
You gotta quit chewing.
what? Yeah, and I got to quit chewing. What am I supposed to do? So for the last 3 days, I've just been letting water fall out of my mouth. when
Yeah,
I'm like brushing my
that's
teeth.
the
I
thing.
just go,
You don't use the suction.
yeah,
Just open your mouth and let it fall out of your mouth.
yeah.
Because the suction of that is what's gonna pop your socket. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
I don't want a pop
So
socket. So
you don't want to pop socket. It's
no.
bad. Did I talk about my colonoscopy?
Mm, I don't believe you did.
It's gonna be a
There.
quick one. I got a colonoscopy last week.
Yeah.
And they were like, they weren't gonna knock me out. They're not gonna knock me out. They didn't knock me out. I don't know why I kept screwing up the tense in that situation, but so I was like, what are they? What? Okay, you're not gonna knock me out. What's gonna happen? They're like, we're gonna give you fentanyl, and
Oh.
then we're gonna give you something that makes you forget what happened. I'm like, oh, sick. So
like an alien abduction.
yeah, they were like, have you ever drank too much where you don't remember? And I was like, last week actually.
Yeah. You're talking to
And
Andrew the drunk Idell.
yeah. So I remember waking up. Not waking up, I was probably awake the whole thing. I remember one flash of being like, that hurts really bad.
Yeah. So
But
did you have to drink the drink?
oh yeah,
No, yeah. That's
it's a breeze.
that's quite an experience. Because I had to
Yeah.
have a colonoscopy a few years ago because colon cancer runs in my family sick.
Yeah.
Uh, and I remember like drinking the drink and then being like, I wonder how long this thing takes to like start to kick in. And immediately after I finished the drink, my stomach started rumbling. And I was like, well, I guess not
Oh, it happened
not
that
too long.
quick?
Yeah,
For me,
well,
it was like 40 minutes.
nothing happened, but it
Yeah.
felt like my stomach was reacting to having that stuff put in it. It was like, oh, we don't like this stuff.
Oh
What's
yeah,
this stuff?
yeah.
Uh,
This is gonna be a long night, isn't it?
yeah, that's quite
Yeah.
an adventure. In the last wrap up of dental news, um, well, two things. One, they told me not to use my CPAP machine because of the suction of the CPAP machine. So I
Yep.
have to choose whether to get a dry socket or die a whole bunch in my sleep for like a few days. So that's cool. But
Learn to breathe, dumbass.
look, I don't know what to tell you. I don't floss. I don't know how to breathe.
Yeah.
And then for some reason I have to get, well, not for some reason. I have to get like 2 cavities filled.
For some
Hell yeah.
reason.
That wasn't the
I think
some
the
reason.
reason.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna say
No.
the reason is that you have 2 cavities.
Yeah. I have to get these cavities filled, but this is where the for some reason comes in. I
Yeah.
set my appointment for April 1st, which is only like 4 days from now. I have to go back to the dentist and let him do more shit to
on
me.
April Fool's Day. Oh,
On April Fool's Day.
I hope the doctor has a good April Fool's joke for you.
He's wearing a clown nose every time that he drills. He bops his nose.
Did I tell you about this tumor?
Yeah. Actually, we think that tooth's growing back in.
Mary texted me the other day and she's like, "Can we call a truce on April Fools? I don't want to be fooled." And I was like, because I was literally going to send her the same thing the day before, but I was like, I'm actually offended that you think that I would participate in April Fools. Like, no, I'm an actually funny person.
Yeah. I bet somebody's gonna almost get me with something, because every year there's almost a thing, because I forget about April Fools. Then I'm like, Led Zeppelin's reuniting, and then I have to be like, wait, what day is today?
Something got me for like 5 minutes last year, and I can't remember what it was. I sent it to somebody. It was the first time in years that I actually forwarded an April Fool's joke, and I can't remember what it was.
Truly,
I feel like such an idiot.
Yeah, truly an L, a giant.
Oh, speaking of idiots on the internet, I wanted to talk about this. I have a friend who is currently being catfished by 2 different Facebook sex bots.
Does he know that he's being catfished?
I told him, but I don't.
Is it, all right. Interesting.
So you have social media.
I do have a social media.
You have the Facebook.
Yeah.
Do you ever get randomly added by women that you don't know?
I will occasionally get a friend request from like, but it's so clear.
Oh yeah,
that it's not a real person, because they have one profile picture and it's the picture that's like was uploaded 8 minutes ago or whatever.
Yeah, it says it has the Getty Images watermark on it still.
Yeah.
And
yeah. So yes, occasionally I'll get that. And then sometimes I'll see that there's a mutual friend and I'm like, oh man, how'd they
Yeah.
get you?
Oh,
Why'd you
dude, I
add this
love doing
person?
that. I love
The
doing that. I
Yeah,
love going through their friends and finding my dumbass friends who accept the
yeah,
friend requests. And it's always the same fucking morons. And I was, there's a friend, you actually met this guy, and I'll tell you who it is after, and you might remember him.
okay,
He came to a couple of my get-togethers. He's
yeah.
a friend of mine from high school and a little bit before. And
I have a guess, so
got a
I'll.
drinking problem.
Mhm.
Um, don't we all? um,
I was gonna say, are you sure it's not you?
for the record, yes, everybody. I don't have a drinking problem. We're going hard on the alky jokes today.
Yeah,
It's funny, but
I have
fine.
actually seen Mary, so that's
Yeah, she exists for sure.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, this is not about me. So he had just gotten out of a long relationship, and then out of nowhere, a few weeks later, he posts a picture of a girl,
hmm
just a picture of a girl, and I'm like, who the hell? Okay, what's happening?
yeah,
And then like a week later, he posts a picture of the same girl, and it says, "My baby, heart, heart. We've been through stuff together, or we've been through so much, or something like, my ride or die, or what? Just you and me, girl, like whatever that bullshit."
right.
And that picture was very clearly a catfish, like, and so I go to the girl's profile. Well, no, I didn't find the girl's profile at this time yet. I took two of the pictures and I Google reverse image searched them. You can find the source of the pictures. It's a dead porn star. She died in like October. She was like apparently a pretty famous porn star. So I texted my friend and I said, "Hey, dude, I don't know how to say this,
Sure.
but the girl that you're talking to is using the picture of a dead porn star. You are very likely getting catfished in this situation. Like this is, I mean, you are definitely getting catfished. You are
Sure,
very
sure.
likely getting scammed in this situation." And he's like, "Oh man, bitches, bro."
She told me her
It's,
uncle's a Nigerian prince.
yeah. So he was like, I can't remember what he said. I was like, just don't send any money. Like, I just didn't want you to get taken advantage of. He's like, oh, I appreciate it, dude. And then like a week later, he's like, bro, she's real. He said
Oh,
the porn star, uh, she's like, he was like, she admitted to me she used to do porn, but she faked her death because she had like a really bad manager,
yeah.
and and she had to fake her death to get out of the deal or whatever. And I said, oh, I almost said his name.
Mhm.
I didn't want to have to edit that.
Yeah.
I said,
Atlanta
dude.
Falcons.
Yeah, I said, dude. So think of it this way: very public figure fakes their death, because I don't know who this person is, but porn
Sure.
stars, if they're like big porn stars, are very famous people. Like
Sure.
there's very few people in the world who get seen by more people than the upper echelon of porn stars,
Yeah.
And I was like, so she wants to fake her death, right? She fakes her death. It's on fucking TMZ. It's on all these big websites, all that stuff. So she successfully fakes her death. And then she creates an Instagram using current photos of herself.
It's
And I
airtight,
can't
dude.
remember. I think I think the Instagram used the same first name as the dead adult film star.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember, but I think it did. So, but he kind of believed me, whatever. And then I think he posted another picture of the girl at one point. And I'm like, oh, this is unbelievable. I can't believe what's happening.
Uh-huh.
So then, same guy, like a couple weeks later, posts. Have you ever seen To Catch a Predator, where he catches the same guy like two times in a day?
Yeah, yeah. The Chris
He's like, "Are
Hansen.
you?" Chris Hansen walks up. He's like, "Are you kidding me?" Then he meets these guys. Like, "I know. I'm sorry, dude." But so I'm on Facebook because there's a guy. The reason that I've been getting on Facebook a lot because there's a guy who's having like a mental breakdown on Facebook over the past like 3 months that I just am thoroughly entertained by. Like, it's my favorite content on the internet right
Sure. So the
now.
person you know?
I know his family, but he ended up being my Facebook friend. I think because I knew his family,
Okay.
and he's having the most entertaining mental breakdown I've ever seen in my life on the internet.
Sure.
So I get on Facebook for that, and then I see this guy. He posts going to Mexico or something like that, and the girl comments on it and says, "Well, a girl, not the same dead porn star girl. A girl
Right.
comments on it and says, you go to Mexico and don't even tell me," or something like that. And he's like, "I just found out." And he comments back, "I just found out." Look at the picture. Obvious catfish. This is a like the profile picture, fakest boobs I've ever seen, like half a nipple sticking out. Like,
Sure.
I go to the comment, I go to her feed. Her feed is literally all spam. It's like people posting, like, when people post like a fat loss thing and then they
Yeah.
tag like 87 people. And then I go to her friends list. This is always a really big tell. I go to her friends list and she has like 40 friends and they're all dudes, and they're all dudes with like dumb guy profile pictures. Like, you know what a dumb guy profile, it's like a profile picture where it's like just a selfie from like 6 inches from your face,
Yeah.
because they look for dumb people, and that's
Yeah.
how dumb people do it. And so he got again.
He just wants to believe in love, I think
He's believing in something, and I was like, I told him, like, because he calls me on the phone and just talks to me hammered for like 30 minutes at a
yeah.
time. And I was like, dude, because he said he's got a girl, and I was like, "Have you met her in person?" That's the first thing I said, because he knows that I know about the first one. He's like, "Yeah, this one's from blah blah blah," and I was like, "Okay, cool. Just make sure you meet these people in person." And I was like, "Well, who's that girl that commented on your Mexico post?" And he's like, "Oh man, she lives in Georgia, bro." And I was like, "Yeah, I saw that she lives in. Did you see that she only has 30 Facebook friends and they're all dudes?" And he's like, "Dude, I asked her about that."
I
You can lead a horse to water, man.
yeah. I wonder. We should make a list, or somebody might have a list of like what are the tropes uh from movies that have become so ubiquitous that people think that they could happen, because like do you think anybody's ever successfully faked their death? Like, has that
Well, yeah, but we wouldn't know.
right? But I'm saying, like, that's a concept from movies. Faking your
Yeah.
death is a thing that's from movies
Well,
only.
it's also something you could probably really easily do in like 1890 or something like that.
Oh sure, if
Um,
you're
you just go to the town over, like literally,
yeah,
go to
H.H.
Visalia.
Holmes is got away with all the terrible stuff he did for years because he just moved to a different place because he had means. That's how
Yeah,
people used to have two families and shit. That sounds
like cats.
exhausting. Yeah, like, but
Yeah,
like, uh, I think faking your death is up there with nose getting shoved into the brain, and also I
having
think
to register your hands.
you having to register your hands, and then there was another one that I can't remember. Oh, hitmen. The idea of like hitmen as a profession
No,
is
that exists.
right, but well, you could hire a dude to kill somebody, but like that
Yeah,
somebody is trained. I think in the
no,
way
that
that
all
they
exists.
really
There's yeah, there's legitimate. We just don't know who they are. But like
right.
there's guys who get arrested and they're like, yeah, I killed like 200 people for the mob, and like the Iceman, what was that guy's name? Kurt
Oh
Klinsky,
yeah,
and then like
Kuklinski, that kind of thing. I mean, but like a freelance, I don't know that freelance hitmen exist in the way that they're proposed to exist in movies. Like that's a very popular movie thing.
I bet
But
those guys, because when Luigi did the thing that he did,
yeah,
that all the nerds are like, yeah, that was a good thing, the murder that happened.
yeah,
The when he did what he did, people are like, oh, this is a contracted hit because he had a silencer, he got on a bike, he left immediately. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that actually exists, but who knows?
Right.
I mean,
I suppose that it could. I think that the mobster hitman, like the Irishman, that guy, yeah. But like, there was a
I haven't
movie.
seen that fucking week long movie. Okay.
But like that's based on a guy who really says that he did that, and Iceman Klaczynski or whatever. Like those are real dudes. But I think like there's a movie with Glenn Powell called Hitman where
You're talking about like Barry.
like Barry, yeah. I don't know that that
Barry.
exists, but listen to me, Barry. But that could exist, and I guess we
Yeah.
wouldn't know. But I don't. I think that it's mostly a convention from movies.
You know what really doesn't exist is hot person hitting you up if you're an ugly person out there. They
Sure.
exist, you know? If
Yeah.
you're out there and you're ugly, a hot person is not going to randomly hit you up and offer you all of your dreams.
Right. It seems very unlikely that from nowhere you're just going to some person's just going to appear.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
There was a lady who recently just spent like $200,000 because she thought that Brad Pitt was hitting her up and was in the hospital and needed money.
yeah, that
She
happened.
was like, I think she's in like Italy or something. And then there's another guy who he thought that he was in a romantic relationship with Alexa Bliss from the WWE,
Oh yeah, but that
and
guy's crazy.
he
Like
like he like disowned his family when they were like, "Hey, dude, you're not in a relationship with married WWE star Alexa Bliss."
yeah. I forget what there was one I watched.
Alexa, stop. Sorry.
um there was one that
Oh my
I
God.
can't
Hold on. Alexa, stop. She's not stopping.
no.
Do you hear? Do you hear
Never
something playing in the
I
background?
do hear something playing in
There's
the
like a
background.
trailer for a movie playing in the background. Alexa, stop. She's defiant, dude. I gotta turn this off. She was playing the trailer for the movie Bliss.
Unfamiliar. So I mean,
She thought
at
I just
least
said her name in Bliss.
right. I forget who it was, but there was an actor. Some woman thought that she was in a relationship and like sharing letters with a famous actor, and they actually got the actor on the phone
To say it wasn't him.
to be like, "That's not me." And then she was like, "Well, he has to say that because his PR team or what,
Yeah.
like people will. We are living in, unfortunately, without getting too far down the rabbit hole. We are living in a world where people will delude themselves to an extreme degree, like they just will and they can, and there's nothing you can do about it. You know,
It reminds me of Bill Murray and What About Bob when Dr. Marvin hangs up on him and he goes, "Is this a fake hang up? This is a fake hang up."
right. It's yeah. I just we're living in a world of it's whatever facts you think are true, and no one can stop you. And I like to think to a certain degree that I'm immune from it, but I can see how easy it would be. You know, it's the same thing with cults. Like I like to think that I'm smart enough to not get into a cult, but smart people get into cults too. You know,
It depends on your definition of smart and which cult, because there's some doozies out there. Like,
yeah.
did you ever see bad? Is it called Bad Vegan?
No, Sarah watched that one. I never watched that one, but
It's so infuriating. Just obviously a girl who's like a successful woman is just obviously being crazy manipulated by a
yeah,
guy who says that he can make her dog live forever. I can't remember. I think it's dog.
yeah.
Um, and you just want to you want to like punch her, like
Jump
you
through
want
the
to hug
screen,
her
right? Yeah,
and punch her, and he's just and he's not like he. It's like I would never date this guy, you know.
yeah.
Me, Andrew Idell, I would never date this guy.
Yeah. Well, I've watched two separate documentaries about people who pretended to have cancer. Though there was one, it was like a famous Grey's Anatomy writer, She pretended to be terminally ill for like years, and like only got found out
Did
because
she shave her head?
yeah, she had short hair and she would like, but then she would lie about other stuff, and then she would say that she had like she had to have a kidney, or that somebody from the show she worked on before gave her a kidney
Oh,
because like for
wait,
one
somebody
functioning
gave
kidney.
her a kidney?
Yeah, because she had these people, they have to escalate. So she didn't just have cancer; she had cancer plus like three other things.
No, I don't understand though. The person actually gave her a kidney.
No,
Oh, I
she
was gonna
just
say
said
because
she did.
like, can I just go to like the hospital and be like, "Hey, this guy's gonna give me a kidney," and they're like, "All right, we'll do it."
Yeah, no, the she just said that an actress, like a famous actress, had donated her kidney to her, and then years later she had to go to the hospital for something, some fake out that she had done, that actually her partner who cared about her called an ambulance, and then she was caught in her bluff and had to go to the actual hospital, and then they x-rayed her, and she didn't want her wife to be in the room with her when they read the results, and then the
Oh,
doctor's like,
she was lying to her wife.
yeah, yeah. This woman that she met in like a trauma rehab thing. This woman who had actual problems, and this lady
Oh,
faked her problems, and like it's
oh,
nuts. That lady's nuts.
I love crazy people. I just love.
She and it was like she lied that her brother had died and her brother was alive, uh, and that like all this stuff had happened to her, and it was essentially her being like, I didn't get enough attention as a kid, and I didn't think that I was going to be a good enough writer. So I just made some stuff up. And then, but once you make up that you're terminally ill, that's it. You have to
Was
keep
she
being.
interviewed for this documentary?
No, she had to put out, she put out like a story later on. She wrote for Grey's Anatomy. I can't remember her name, but it's like a 3-part documentary.
Elizabeth Finch.
Yeah, it's like a 3-part documentary on Peacock. It's crazy.
I want to see
And the
this
whole time,
lady's face.
I'm watching it, I'm going like, I can't believe all these people fell for this. But then good people don't think everybody's trying to grift them. That's how you get grifted.
Yeah, literally nobody is ever gonna tell me they have cancer, and I'm gonna go, wait a minute.
Yeah, prove it
I need
because
to
you
see
don't
the
think
test
that.
results.
Yeah, so the doctor was like, her kidneys are functioning fine, and the wife goes, kidneys, and the doctor goes, yeah. She goes, but she had a kidney removed, and the doctor goes, she's never had a kidney removed. And that's how she found out,
the
and then
the
she had to,
whole
and then the whole thing falls apart, and then
it's
like
so great.
I feel so bad for that other lady, but like all of those people are without remorse. Who is it, the lady who uh Anna Delphi, was she the lady that made up
Anna Delvey, yeah.
that made up
Anna Sorokin is her real name, yeah.
the dialysis machine or whatever that.
Oh no, that's a different girl. That's Elizabeth Holmes.
Oh, okay.
It's not a it was a thing they could do like full blood work with only one drop, and it never
Oh, yeah,
worked.
yeah. Well, because that
And
doesn't exist, and everybody
and
told her from the start, we don't have the technology to do that.
listen, she got billions in funding to give it a shot, and that's how tech works. Like every tech company that you can think of, at some point was a scam for the most part.
Sure.
That's a generalization, but you know what I mean. It's very
Yeah.
common. The Anna Sorokin uh, pretended to be a rich heiress
Oh, right,
socialite.
right, right. And
Funniest shit. I don't think we
it,
should make her a celebrity. Like
right.
she's on Dancing with the Stars, which is hilarious. Um, hilarious. It's a funny story. Like if
Yeah.
you write a book and she makes some money off the book or the TV show or whatever, I'm cool with that. But very very funny story.
Yeah. Anna Delphi didn't. I mean, I guess she hurt people, but it's not the same to me as like Elizabeth Holmes. People were like not taking their medication that they were supposed to because this lady lied.
Oh, is
And
that true?
I believe so. Or
Oh, I don't know.
because it was like or they were having like their stuff messed up because she was like trying to basically fake the results.
Well, what? Yeah, they were
Uh
like they were
They were
like,
running from dialysis clinic to other thing to like try to fake that this thing could do what she said it could.
they would
Yeah.
like they would take the person's blood, and instead of putting it in their machine, they would take it to a different blood center to get it tested, and then bring it back and pretend they did it there.
Yeah, like I think that her thing
It's
was
great.
more malicious, and but it's just fascinating to think that that's like that there's more than two documentaries. There's a million of these things about somebody pretending to be sick for attention or try or being a grift or whatever. Like,
I listen, as a sick man, I'm the one that should be offended by these things.
yeah.
Have at them. You know what I mean? Like, if they make good good content, I'm not
Yeah,
mad at these people.
that's
I'm just kidding. They're the worst.
yeah.
Elizabeth Finch is somebody who I would probably hate
I mean,
horribly.
she's
But
terrible for a lot of reasons, but yeah, it was a fascinating documentary, and I had to watch all three parts because I was like, I got to get to the she gets caught part because I want to see how that goes, and then she like went away, and then she tried to soft relaunch herself and be like, well, now I'm going to write a movie or a TV show about what I did, and people are like, not interested. We
no,
are,
you aren't.
yeah, we are disinterested in you.
Um, so I've got another thing I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, yeah,
May I introduce you? Because I don't know if I think this is awesome or stupid. So we're gonna play awesome or awful,
yeah. Okay.
and I need to know your opinion because at first my initial uh instinct is this is awful. This is not going to be fun.
Okay.
But the more that I kind of look into it, I'm not sure. So I need a. It's kind of like the Creed cruise.
Sure,
Um,
yeah. You need
Let
another.
me introduce you to Camp No Counselors, America's premium adult summer camp experience.
I have to tell you, upon initial look, sounds pretty awesome.
So you, let me see. It provides adults an escape from their daily grind to come enjoy a weekend of adventure. Packed with activities and people, it's a place to try new things and meet new people. It's redundant, saying people twice. Our all exclusive events have everything you need for as escape to happiness. Okay, they didn't write this well. I'm not going to hold that against them. The site doesn't look bad, you know?
Sure.
It says, we believe that time spent together changes everything. That's in bold. So when I first saw this, I was talking about it on my radio show, and I read all this stuff, and I was like, that's an orgy, isn't it? Like, aren't...
Well, I was confused because I like summer camps for kids, as I understand it, is a way to like sort of force socialization
Yeah,
and create the memories or the experiences or whatever. Like as an adult, nothing's really stopping you from from having those experiences at any point that you want them to. You can go to a concert, you can go to a bar,
yeah.
you can go hiking or whatever. So it seems weird that they're like this allows adults to escape the drudgery of their lives, and it's like, well, I have endless options to do that if that's what I'm wanting to do.
Well, that's certainly true, but you're getting a real summer camp experience at Camp No Counselors.
I
Like,
don't
and
know that I don't know that I want to hang out with 100 other adults. And
that go to a summer camp. That's my
right.
thing.
Yeah.
Is the groups of the people who go to this thing might be the most obnoxious people on the planet. Like, if I had to guess, are these people annoying? Yes. Resounding yes. The people that go to this thing are annoying. 3-night all-inclusive summer camp experience. You
Okay.
play like a kid and party like a grown-up. Sounds like an orgy, once again. So there's a California camp, which we'll click on right now. New York camp is $950.
Jesus Christ.
California camp $975, and then there's a New York camp and this is 3 days, August 14th through 17th.
That's so 300 and something dollars a day
Yeah.
to
But
play like a kid and party like an adult.
And they say that the New York camp is the flagship camp experience for $1,000.
Okay.
So as you can see from this, slip and slide. You got a big ass slip and slide.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've also got. I don't think they have a blob. If they had a blob, I'd think about this.
Dude, if you're doing this and you didn't get a blob, get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And so I just saw kickball and daiquiris. So California Adult Summer Camp. Our West Coast summer home brings a unique personality that redefines what it means to be cool. Oh, fuck. That's tough. And does so without even trying. I beg to differ. There's a sense of timelessness that lingers in the warm, dusty, fresh air, and it is here that we will give you a throwback to a better time. Oh man, all right. That's a sad line.
Yeah.
To the time when you played like a kid. I gotta hold on. This is writing like a 12-year-old writing like in their journal, trying to be profound. There's a sense of timelessness that lingers in the warm, dusty, fresh air, and it is here that we will give you a throwback to a better time. To the time when you played like a kid all day and partied like a grown-up at night. And what?
What time was that?
That's like now. I don't.
Yeah.
And when you never felt the weight of the world on your shoulders. As soon as you're old enough to party like a grown-up, you should feel the weight of the world on your shoulders.
Yeah, I don't know that a 3-day camping trip is good because I'm betting I'm probably gonna have to go into debt to go to this goddamn summer camp. So I'm gonna be like, hell yeah. But the weight's still there.
Yeah.
3 days in the woods does not
And it's just hearkening back to a better time where like it's still just a hybrid of you being a kid and you being an adult. Whoever wrote, they have a really bad copywriter. Here you might sweat in the California heat, but you won't sweat the small things that beat you up back in the real world, Dusty.
Over 3 days. Oh man, how am I going to get my how am I going to get my alternator fixed? I don't got to worry about that for 3 days. I guarantee you. You lay your head down on the pillow. That alternator, because you spent money on this.
Yeah.
That alternator's still going to be it's going to be there.
I don't have to worry about my tooth bills for 3 days.
Yeah.
This is the escape to happiness you need, where you can turn off the notifications and instead turn up the music and then dance like no one is watching, Dusty.
But a lot of people are watching because you're at summer camp.
You're at summer camp with a bunch of adults. It is a heightened sense of adventure for the thrill seekers. That sentence seems to just stand alone. Come throw yourself into it, and you will experience our classic 3-night all-inclusive adult summer camp event, complete with dozens of camp activities, nightly socials, daily events, accommodation, beautiful meals, unlimited drinks, and a team that brings it all to you in a kick-ass fashion. See, that's all you need to say.
Right.
That line right there, that's when you hit that line and you're like, okay, that sounds fun.
It's going to be a bunch of drunk people. You're very likely to get laid. If that is that's your end game, which why else you going to this summer camp, really?
Who doesn't want to get drunk and play kickball? I would love to get drunk and play kickball.
Right.
You don't have to give me all this like sweating the small things and the weight of the world. I'm like, who cares?
Right.
Give me booze and roll a ball at me on a baseball field.
Yeah.
And we'll have a good time. So here's another picture of all the people. They've got their tribe flags and everybody's in their like tribe stuff. This guy looks like Xavier Woods in the front right here.
Yeah.
And you know, they have tribe spirit. You know, this one says badass on it. And I'm sure
hell yeah, because they're grown.
I gotta admit, I think I might be seeing more girls than guys. Which I'm surprised by and makes this a little bit more appealing, you know, for the men. Because if you go to one of these and it's a sausage fest, then you're bummed out. There's like,
it would
6
have
guys
be...
per girl, you know?
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of girls here. There's something for everyone. Our purpose is to bring people together. People are wired to make connections, and we believe that there are very few places that allow you to build connections like summer camp. With dozens of activities and social experiences available, we promise that every attendee will leave having an incredible experience. Activities: adventure course, archery, arts and crafts, basketball, beach volleyball, dodgeball, go-karting, hell yeah, hiking, kayaking, kickball, lawn games, paintballing, pool parties, tennis, rock climbing, ultimate frisbee, yoga. Shall we go on?
I mean, all of that sounds sick, but I can do all of that anyway. Like I don't.
But you're not going to get a group together to play dodgeball, you know?
There are rec dodgeball leagues. You could do it.
Yeah, but
You
are you
know,
drunk? Probably. You
you
probably
could.
are.
Yeah, I'm an adult. I could bring booze to stuff I'm doing. I
I was in a beer league softball. It was fun.
yeah. I like it. I guess if I'm a person who needs new friends, then this seems
This
much.
is for like people who are like, I just wanted adventure. Like I don't know. I'm so just stuck
Yeah,
here working from home all the time. I need to get out of the house. I'm gonna go on an adventure. Like
I want to go
if I had a
paintballing.
YouTube channel
Yeah,
and the means, I would go to this just to see what happens. Experience, friendship walks, classic camp activities, Olympic games, talent shows, live bands, DJs, movies under the stars, campfires, cocktail hours, camp sunsets, morning flagpole with coffee, adventure everywhere you go. I bet that morning flagpole with coffee is awesome. The most boring people to play. Oh, I just didn't
yeah.
drink too much last night. I didn't want to feel bad
I went to
today.
bed at a
All the fun
reasonable
people are
hour.
still asleep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I. That's a lot of stuff for 3 days. I assume all this stuff is happening concurrently. Like you could dodgeball if you want, or you could paintball if you want.
Yeah, and that would suck
Like,
if you're like you're super stoked for dodgeball, but only you and an unattractive person are down. You know?
yeah, I'm imagining, or it's set up like the Warp Tour, and there's just times. 1:30 to 2, you could dodgeball, and then you got to go do something else. Uh,
Yeah.
it also does like maybe it's fun, or maybe I'm a stick in the mud. On my vacation, I want to relax. Being forced to do a plethora of activities to like justify the $1,000 I spent doesn't sound fun to me. Like, how many of those social hours I got to go to make me think that $1,000 on this was worthwhile?
Holy shit. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I get it. Like I like a lot of this like activity shit, but I understand a lot of people wouldn't. I just got some intel that is going to make this that people are going to be fucking angry when they sign up for this.
Yeah,
They're signing up for a California camp, right? They're signing
right.
up for a summer camp, California, the Sunshine State. It's going to be beautiful outside.
Is it in
Do you see
Sacramento?
what's on the screen right now? Nestled amidst the stunning Sierra Nevada mountains, just outside of Fresno,
Oh shit!
and
I could just go to this.
this is in the middle of August. It's gonna be 112 degrees
Yeah,
outside at
yeah.
Camp No Counselors, and just getting outside and getting hammered for 3 days playing softball
In the sun trying to play
in the
paintball. Oh,
scorching sun, bro. I've played paintball when it's that hot because in paintball you want to cover your skin.
right.
Like you got like long sleeves and pants. Like I used to put freaking PJ pants on under my jeans because paintballs hurt.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's a
To be
75-acre
fair,
property.
I bet that it's if it's in the Sierra Nevadas, I bet it's above Fresno. So I bet it might not be that hot
It could
because
be. That
it
could be
looks like
true.
it's a mountain thing that it's maybe up by Yosemite or in the surrounding area, which is beautiful. Like Yosemite is a beautiful place. I'm interested I'm interested in the food situation. I'm also interested in the accommodations situation
Okay,
because
so uh,
if I'm an adult, I want my own goddamn room.
yeah,
I
so
don't. I'm not.
I'm seeing multiple options. See, I'm seeing. We'll get to there. We'll get there. We got
Yeah.
food service.
Okay.
They provide eight full meals throughout the weekend. And first of all, I want to just say, I think I would probably have fun at this. I would find a way to have fun. I'd find my
Yeah.
fun. But they provide 8 full meals throughout the weekend. They work with each camp to ensure that there are multiple high quality options at each meal. We also cater for all dietary requirements, and we learn this from you ahead of time. On top of all the main dishes during meal times, there will also be additional salad bars, fruit stations, freshly baked items, dessert bar, and more. We provide a variety of snacks each day, as well as a late night snack option, so we can guarantee that you won't go hungry anytime throughout the experience. We understand the importance of fueling your body for a nonstop weekend at Camp No Counselors. By the way, the name Camp No Counselors, I don't like. So we really go above and beyond to make our food service the best experience for each and every camper.
You think
And
they
the
have
pictures,
orange? You think they have orange slices for after dodgeball?
they definitely have orange slices for after dodgeball. Where's the Capri Sun? Let's play camp. Let's learn more about a typical Camp No Counselors weekend. I want a caveat, by the way. I think I would have fun at this. Provided I can find a person I get along with.
Right. Oh, if you and me went to this,
If we both
we'd
went,
kill
we'd
it.
have a great time.
Yeah.
We'd have a great time.
But we'd
And
just
you
be
can do
playing
it. You can do a book. You can book like a group package.
we'd just be riding the go-karts for
the whole
three
time.
straight days.
We'd
You
be
want to
like,
go to the you want to go to the social hour? No, fuck off. Go-karts.
Are there go-karts at the social hour? Have you seen the Tim Robinson sketch where he's on a dating show and that he gets kicked off the dating show because she thinks that he's only interested in the zip line that they have
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
That's us. But if you look at it, go-kart kind of looks like shit. Did you see it?
Oh yeah, that's kind of a shitty go-kart.
Looks like a shitty go-kart. It looks like it goes like 10 miles an hour. But and that guy looks like a dork in that helmet. I bring my own helmet. Look cooler.
Yeah, mine has a mohawk built into it.
It's got a shark fin.
Yes. Tell me about these accommodations, Andrew.
Well, this is a camp experience, so it's a sample schedule, real quick.
Oh, okay.
Before we hit
accommodations.
So, this is a few of the iconic moments you can expect during a Camp No Counselors event. I see people like person paddleboarding, whatever that is, kayaking. So, sample schedule. Day 1 starts at 2:30 p.m. Oh, because you're getting there. Okay. The bus departs at 2:30. Check-in at camp 5 to 8. 6 to 8 evening activity. 6 to 1 a.m. campfire and chill. That's when you're flirting.
Fuck
that's
yeah.
when you. That's when you find your target.
Yeah, 6 to 1 a.m. I bet you that the evening activity. Look, you and I spent a lot of time. I certainly went to my fair share of church camps in youth groups.
Oh yeah.
I bet it's all those bullshit icebreaker games.
And acoustic guitar.
But this has booze. I bet that evening activity has booze because you want people loose.
Oh yeah, you're getting people hammered immediately as soon as they get there. There's gonna be there's no way that you're not doing that.
Oh, do you have to buy a drink package? Let's find out about that too.
There is a premium bar, so I think drinks are we'll look, but I think drinks are included, but there are premium drinks that you can pay for with no tipping, for the record. Day 2, a 7:30 to 9:30 a.m. breakfast. 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. chat and chill. A lot of chilling so far. I don't like that, but we'll get there. 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. morning activities. 1 to 2 lunch. 2 to 3 rest hour. You got to rest after lunch. You know.
They have to build in the rest hour.
Yeah, because they don't have enough activities.
Yeah.
3 to 6 afternoon activities. 6 to 7 shower hour. It rhymes, so it's gonna be fun. 7 to 8 dinner, and 8 to 1 evening activities. In parentheses, themed party.
Oh no. It's the enchantment under the sea dance.
There's
so I think the activities block is where like you can do. I bet all the stuff is open to you. You're not gonna do all the stuff, but you can do stuff.
Oh yeah, for
like,
sure. That's where you can do
paintball
things.
your
That's the placeholder for
that shit.
yeah. But what I'm seeing, this is basically 2 days. This is 2 days and a night because you get there and you're checking in and all that stuff till like 6 to 8 p.m. And then there's one evening activity and campfire and chill for the rest of the night. That's half a day at most, you know?
Yeah. You
get 2 and 3 full days, including the Olympics on day 3. You know the guy who wins the Olympics is just cleaning house. Like what is he knows what his evening activities are going to be, you know?
Yeah.
And then day 4, you wake up, pack up and clean. Yeah, I'm not cleaning my bunk. I spent $1,000.
Yeah.
8 a.m. to 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. breakfast and merch store.
How will I remember this? How will I remember this wonderful evening without my Camp No Counselors beanie?
And this is a thing where
beer koozie.
I had this with church camps too, where you have this magical weekend with people.
Yeah.
And then you like people that you just met, like, because there's guys that would like people that would go on the church camp that you don't necessarily always see at church, you know?
Yeah.
And like you become Facebook friends, and you're just you're like, oh man, this is my guy now, and you're just Facebook friends forever, and you never talk to each other. That's what happens at Camp No Counselors for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the look me up on LinkedIn, bro. Um,
Yeah,
we used to do a youth convention camp every year at the church that I grew up in. It was Thanksgiving weekend from Friday to Sunday, and it was in San Diego. And those were like the best time. Like I look back on all of those, and those were very fond memories because it
I
was
had
just
great
like,
time. I had great time at church
yeah,
camp, man.
you hang out with all the people, like you said, that are in your, but it also was a forced kind of hangout because those are the only people you know at this thing. So everybody
Yeah,
hangs out. And then we're all at we're all staying at the same hotel. So we would like hang out in the hallway until super late and just hang. Like, that's how you get to know the other people you know. And I have fond memories of all of that. I don't know that as an adult I want to do that. um, for Camp No Counselors. Also, you're really only getting, like you said, I mean, I guess you're getting 2.5 days. Day 3 is Camp Olympics. I don't know that I feel like I have enough spirit. I don't know enough about these people to be in a tribe, you know?
that's the interesting thing. They're like high fiving and cheering each other. Yeah, we wear red shirts, you know.
Right. Well, I bet they
And
give everybody shirts and split them up so then it artificially creates camaraderie. Oh,
tribalism, of
yeah.
course.
Yeah. Oh, you're
When
red shirt.
I went to SciCon, and me and my Tulare tribe, we got really tight by the end of the week. We made a
Yeah.
song. Um, so this is one thing. Tell me if you like this, okay?
Okay.
The friendship walk. That's not the one thing that I hope you like, but there's something that I think I want. I think you'll know what I'm talking about once I get there. Okay.
Okay.
On the first morning, we do the classic CNC friendship walk. We'll meet at the flagpole and do a short tour of camp so you can see where everything is. On this friendship walk, we like to break up couples, groups, and parties to meet new people. We'll ask icebreaker questions, teach you the famous moose alpaca unicorn dance, and new campers will hang out with returning campers, you name it.
Oof. Yeah.
The moose alpaca unicorn
Yeah.
dance.
That's they have to have.
It's famous, dude. You have
Yeah,
to have something
yeah.
like that
They
at
have
every
to.
like
Yeah, yeah.
I went to SciCon. They have the Live Oak song. There's Sally Salamander. There
There's
anybody
the scat songs.
the scat song. I forgot
Yeah,
about the
yeah.
scat song. Yeah. So you got to have stuff like that. Moose
I
alpaca
I
unicorn is tough.
I actually didn't go to SciCon. SciCon, for anybody who's listening who doesn't know, is like a camp thing when you're in 6th grade in California. You go to on like a week long uh field trip to SciCon, and it's just in
Yeah.
the woods, and it's like a camp. I didn't go. I faked being sick because I didn't want to go to camp because it sounded lame to me. Uh
God, dude, that just sucks.
I was
I was
like,
so excited for fucking SciCon. I
yeah,
had
but
a great time.
but you were just throwing a ball against a wall before. I was like,
You lived in a shack in Exeter.
yeah, but I had cable. I was gonna miss Monday Night Raw. You think I want to miss Monday Night Raw to go fucking sleep in the woods? No, not for the
Dude,
Dust Man.
SciCon was sick. I only got to go for 3 days because we went on fucking Thanksgiving week like an asshole. I
Uh,
don't understand. Why do they screw one group of kids every
yeah,
year?
one group of
And
kids doesn't get the full experience.
yeah, I was sitting next to a counselor at one point. I don't know if I've told this on the podcast. They gave you we ate these meals and they gave these frozen peaches. They're basically, it was a cup of peaches, like like the snacks,
Yeah,
and they were all kind of frozen. And did my camera just turn off? I think my camera just turned off. But they were all frozen, and I stabbed my fork into mine and like lifted them in the air to like show that they were frozen,
yeah.
and they fell off the fork and landed in my ketchup and splashed ketchup all over the counselor next to me's shirt. She held it in pretty well, but she was not happy with old Andresito. I can tell you that.
Yeah, that seems tough. I also, the year that I was supposed to go to SciCon, I had moved schools from the school I grew up in to we moved to a new town, and I didn't really care about like I didn't really like my other classmates. I missed my old friends. So I was like, I'm going to go to SciCon with all these fucking people. I don't want to do that. And I got sick in 5th grade. You do a day trip to SciCon
Yeah.
to like scope it out. And I got sick on the day trip. So SciCon really like, there wasn't a lot that seemed appealing to me at the time. And also I'm not big on camping. So this
I got a massive concussion like 2 days before SciCon.
yeah, as
The
is your
worst
way.
the worst one I've ever had, like, because
Yeah.
I've had a few of them, and this one was really bad. I was riding a scooter and steering with my legs, with my hands behind my back, which is a really stupid way to ride a scooter. And I hit a crack and went right over the handlebars, like temple to cement, straight on the ground.
Whoa.
I opened my eyes and I couldn't see anything, like complete blackness. And I was screaming, but I couldn't hear myself. And slowly I could hear, it came back.
You short circuited the whole framework for a minute.
Dude, it was bad. Camp Olympics. On the last day, we throw back to one of the most legendary camp events of all time, Olympics. We'll split you into 4 colors: red, blue, gray, and green. Your team will come together to compete in a range of challenges, including dodgeball, kickball, volleyball, face painting, lip sync, and of course the Olympic relay race.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, imagine the leaders.
Well, there's also like, I guess
Slip and slide flip cup is the finale, by the way.
Oh, hell yeah. Dude, how many people you think tear their ACL at Camp No Counselors?
Oh, there's a lot of injuries at Camp No Counselors.
Yeah. Somebody's going home in an air cast from Camp No Counselors. Yeah, it's also one of those things where if you're adults, like there's definitely, when you're a kid at camp, there are varying degrees of athleticism, but like as an adult, that gap is gigantic. So there's like going to be really in shape people and then really not in shape people that are all on teams.
Yeah, that's going to be and there's going to be guys that are like ultra competitive and people who just don't care at all. And
yeah, like the best athlete in your town goes to Camp No Counselors. The guy he played junior football college and he's all in. It'll be like that scene in Wedding Crashers where Bradley Cooper's taking the flag football way too seriously.
Yeah. Fucking sack, dude.
Yeah, sack lunch, dude.
Look at this lip sync battle. During Olympics, the whole camp will come together to watch 4 of the most incredible lip sync battles, with an apostrophe in battles. I want to kill their copywriter. I want to drag them into the town square and shoot them.
They want to make sure you know that there's no actual battles at Camp No Counselors.
No, well, it would be like I don't know. I don't know. But even the picture like drives me nuts. Like I don't want to do this.
Hit me with the themed party. Let me know what the themed
parties. The first night is a social night.
Yeah.
The next 2 are themed parties. We have live bands, DJs, open bars, photo booths, snacks, campfires, you name it. Dance away under the summer camp stars until your heart is content. It doesn't say what the theme is, but what we're seeing here is there's like an 80s workout vibe.
Yeah. Imagine being the band. Who gets booked to play Camp No Counselors?
There is live music at Camp No Counselors.
The Pendulum should have played Camp No Counselors.
We would have rocked that shit.
That's the sneaky way to get in, is to be a band and then like show up a little bit early and be like, can I jump in on this paintball real quick?
Yeah, and you just 100%.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at share this tab instead. Endless Summer. So a regular ticket is $983.95.
Okay.
Let's see. All inclusive includes accommodation, alcohol, epic nightly theme parties, delicious meals, and of course your favorite classic camp activities. I'm trying to see. There's no like. There's no like tiers. It's all like general admission.
Yeah, I bet if I had to bet, I think that it's probably like dorms, like a college dorm, where there's like.
Well, yeah, I saw one that's I saw bunks, but
because if I go to Camp No Counselors, I have to bring my CPAP machine. It's
so funny. That is so funny. Oh, just
Where
I hate that guy. Can I get
yeah,
can I get in the
I
CPAP
want the
booth?
I want the other one, dude. I'm not the only guy who has to bring a CPAP machine to Camp No Counselors. I'll tell you that for free.
Oh, that's
Uh,
definitely true. It's definitely true.
like
I'm trying to find like
what
anything about the accommodations.
when I go to see the Wu Tang Clan and run the jewels, I don't know if we're getting a hotel, but if we are, I have to bring my CPAP machine to the hotel. And it's not
That's
just for me. It's for the other. It's for the comfort of the other people there, because that is how I don't snore like an insane person.
that is my favorite thing of all time.
The comfort of others.
That is so funny. I want to like pay you to go stay in like one of those hostels with like 15 people.
Uh huh. Can I get a little space? I'm gonna need the outlet, guys. I'm gonna need to buy the outlet. uh, I'm gonna need the dirty mat on the floor nearest an outlet. If you could accommodate
when
that for me.
when I sleep, I make a very disturbing sound. When they ask you where you're from, and you say far away.
Far away.
uh, I'm trying to find like, do you offer? They have a 2-part payment plan.
Okay.
50% now, 50% later. What discounts do you offer? We're looking to offer the best experience to the most cost-effective price. This book, we have also lowered our ticket prices, so we only offer the following discounts. Moose Club, if you attend 3 or more events, you get 15% off.
Oh
If you
God.
attend 5 or more events, you get 25%. There's lifers, bro. There's Camp No
Yeah.
Counselors
There's
lifers,
there's
bro.
there's dudes that their whole year is waiting for Camp No Counselor so that they can body check another human being uh
Uh, they just
during the Olympic.
this is just where I feel free, and you don't
Yeah,
get to,
I
I can
feel
only
unencumbered.
I always play kickball, and
Yep.
if I don't drink alcohol, do I get a discount? Do you think that they get a discount, Dusty?
Nerd. No.
No, we don't want you freaking wet blanket. Our weekends are about enjoying the venue, the activities in the community. So we believe people are coming for a variety of reasons besides just drinking. That's a really just say, hey, no, like it costs what it
Right.
costs, fuckface,
Yeah.
because obviously you make more money if they don't drink. We have alcoholic drinks available all over our campus. It would be too difficult to manage a non-alcoholic package. That's also a stupid cop out because you just charge them less than because people would say I'm not drinking,
Right. And then they would
and
drink.
then they would get hammered. Yeah.
Right.
So
Because adults are better at lying. They're duplicitous.
oh, dude, people would definitely do that. They're picking you and pick up and drop off near LAX. They're driving you from LA to above Fresno with a
Yeah.
bunch of campers, horny campers.
Uh-huh. There's I wouldn't need that because I could just go, you know.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
oh, what's cabins like? Here we go. We found it. Camp No Counselors are proud to host at events at some of the top summer camp venues in America. That means you're getting to stay in modern and clean accommodations. Our cabins all have fresh bedding, toiletries, amenities, and private bathrooms with hot showers built into them. We typically house between 6 to 8 people in each cabin. And while this can be daunting at first time around, it's a great way to meet like-minded people and enjoy a community-based experience. How am I supposed to fuck?
That was really the question.
That's all that matters. Like
Yeah.
that is probably going to turn some people away. There, you
Are
find. I
the
mean, you're in the woods. Just go into the woods.
Sure, but are the cabins co-ed? That's
Are the
the
cabins co-ed?
that's the horny question.
Only if
Say
you book as a couple, a group with multiple genders, or if you request a cabin together with someone. As soon as you get there, I request a cabin with her.
yeah, saying the quiet part loud right here. Do you
When
think
you are ready, go ahead.
do you think that swingers go to this thing?
I don't know. It'd just be hard to figure it out. I mean, unless you're just booking with your swinger group.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
because I can see figuring out a one-on-one situation with somebody
Sure.
that you meet there.
Yeah.
We can all wrap our heads around that and figure it out, right?
Yeah.
If you're trying to recruit a team, I'm putting together a team.
it's a team of very special skills.
When you're ready to book your ticket, we ask if you would like to stay in a male cabin, a female cabin, or a couple's cabin. I'm just gonna say female, dog.
Yeah. So under sex, just put please.
please. Can I be the bikini inspector?
That's
And then can I upgrade my cabin? Yes, we have limited upgrade packages available. Private room for up to 2 people. Shared double bed, $750. So is that like extra on top of what you're paying? I'm
I
guessing.
believe so. Yeah.
Private bunk for less than 8 people. Individual twin beds, $750. What? I don't
So
understand that.
I think it's just less people in a room. Like if you don't want to be in a room with 6 to 8 people. But I bet it's like a college dorm where it's like there's a common room and then there's the bedrooms, but there's like bunks, I would imagine. So you can fit as many people in there as you can.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. They you're going to be packed like sardines in some
yeah.
places too.
When is the bar open? God damn it.
Yeah. Breakfast bar, Bloody Marys and mimosas. Bloody Marys, do you want to guess if there is an apostrophe in goddamn Marys?
I'm gonna say
I hate their copywriter, bro.
Yeah.
Drink stations, 8 a.m. to midnight. Beers, seltzers, ciders, non-alcoholic beers, and soft drinks.
Okay.
Dinner bar, a selection of beer and wine.
Okay.
Open bar, which is 8 p.m. to midnight, is a wide range of premium spirits, beer, wine, and seltzers.
So
Goddamn, you can get hammered
from 10 to midnight. There's some kind of
from
alcohol.
8.
Oh, that's
8
right.
to midnight. 8 a.m. You got Bloody Marys and mimosas and drink stations, beer, seltzers, ciders, and the like. God damn, you can get hammered.
Dude, could you imagine playing paintball with a hard seltzer in your hand? Paintball gun in one hand.
Just kicking the kickball with.
Yeah.
Listen, I think I just have kickball dreams.
I think it's after dinner. After dinner is the only time you can get hard alcohol, though, right?
Yeah, after 8 p.m. I think that's smart. Especially
Yeah.
if I'm there. Like if you're giving me, I guess Bloody Marys have vodka, vodka in them, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't just give me free round on the whiskey at 10 a.m. But it saves them a lot of money to not just have shots for everybody constantly.
Well, and
I bet
people are
there's
probably pretty housed by dinner. Like the Camp No Counselors does not strike me as a place where like they're going to commend you for holding back, you know what I mean? Moderation is not the idea of Camp No Counselors.
No, they want you drunk.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, how hammered are people at these Olympics?
Well, that sort of levels the bar out, you know what I mean? Athletically, in theory, at least. So
they've got like festival venues, wedding packages.
Yeah, because I bet it's just a big camp. I wonder if it's also like a church camp. They reconfigure it for church
It
camp
is.
season.
It is because they say that they use like premium camps around the city. So I don't think so I don't think they like.
I will say this: of the various things that we've looked at that are like this, Camp No Counselors ranks pretty high because it's not on a boat. and everything is truly all inclusive. Like all the things we looked at, from the Dropkick Murphys thing to the Chris Jericho cruise to the Creed cruise, like they're taking money from you. They're bleeding you dry with all the extra stuff that you have to get to truly make it a good time. At least this is all inclusive. Like $1,000 is insane, but this sounds like it would be fun. I would never do it.
I think I'm pro Camp No Counselors. I don't think like it's there's gonna be some very annoying people there, 100%.
Yeah,
I think
bet
there's a
you
pretty
find
good
some
chance
cool
I find
people,
some
though.
people. Yeah. There's a good chance that you find some cool people that you like. And the New York venue looks actually kind of dope, and they've got pickleball. And they've got lawn games, which I don't know what that particularly is. They have a bigger pond. It looks like a legit pool, like a not Olympic size, but like a competitive swimming pool. with a giant water slide
Could
going into the water.
could you imagine though if you're like 3 years down the road and then you're like, how did you and your wife meet? Oh, we both went to adult summer camp. uh
A lot of
and
people would be like, "That's cute. That's funky."
yeah. And then we did the lip sync battle to Hot to Go, and I knew she was the one for me.
Yeah, yeah. I picked Never Gonna Give You Up, and she thought it was so hilarious.
Yeah.
Um, well, she got it. A lot of people didn't get it. That was weird. Yeah, I mean, the accommodation, like, I think the New York camp actually looks like way cooler than the California camp, to be
Yeah.
honest. I'm looking at these pictures. But yeah, that's Camp No Counselors. I've been wanting to talk about this on the thing.
I
Oh, there's a video, but I'm not going to watch it right now.
yeah.
I'll
I
watch
think
it
it's
sometime.
out. I think it's out for me because I don't like camping. And I don't want to sleep in a room with a bunch of other people. Like,
If I get a bunch of money before I'm 40
mhm.
to where I can spend like $1,000 and just like on a goof, and either Mary will go with me or she will trust that I won't cheat on her
Yeah,
at Camp No Counselors,
which you won't.
I'll go and report
Yeah,
back. Oh, I definitely
yeah.
won't.
It's only 3
Definitely
days.
won't.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I'll be propositioned. Okay.
you're. I mean, you're going to be a top athlete there.
But yeah,
You
but I
know.
will respectfully decline
Yeah,
after I win the karaoke battle
yeah. And
and
you
the
win the
Apache relay.
right. Yeah, they're going to see you in that go kart, and they're going to wonder where else those moves apply. But
Yeah.
you're going to be able to fend off any advances. You know.
You want to spin my wheel? No, I
Yeah.
don't. Okay.
No.
I'm
So
taking.
respectfully, no, thank you. I got my
Yeah.
mind on
I'm
kickball championships. You think,
bitch.
yeah,
Meet me
you
on the pickleball field, bitch.
yeah. All right,
So
you want to hit the trivia? We'll get out of
one
here.
more thing,
Oh
real
yes.
quick, like 4 minutes. My dad has been running up my Amazon Prime
Oh,
Video bill, and
uh,
I didn't realize it until recently. I was like, man, I'm like out of money, so I had to like go and do like one of those budgeting apps,
yeah.
and they were like, you've spent, I think it was like you spend like $40 a month on Amazon Prime Video rentals. And I was like, who the fuck, Rick?
Yep.
So I looked, and I can't say anything to him. I haven't even told him yet. Like, that man paid for my whole, like,
Right.
you know how much money he paid for me having a broken body? You know, I can't say shit to the man, and he'll probably just laugh at me. He doesn't know he's doing it, but I just
Right.
thought you'd think that was funny.
That's very funny. Do you get a breakdown of the movies that he's renting?
No, I really wish I did, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
try to figure out how. But it's all bullshit. It's all the worst movies. It's like the shittiest B movies about plane crashes you've ever seen in your life.
I hope Rick is taking advantage of sales and buying these movies so he can revisit them. But I bet he's renting
Well,
$3.99 a
yeah, it's
piece.
$3.90. It's like
Yeah,
$3.95. So it's definitely. I guarantee it's rentals.
I gotta rent Air Force One again.
My
Uh,
dad keeps telling me the same joke too, and it's funny because it's like meta. It's multi-layered because he always says, you know what's great about getting old is you can watch a movie twice and you won't know.
yeah,
Like, he's like, every time I watch a movie, it's the first time I've seen that movie. And I've told you that before about me, and I'm 34. But it's funny because he forgets that he told me that joke. So every
right.
time he tells that joke, it's the first time.
It's in the genetics.
Yeah. So anyway, I just thought it was funny, especially
Yeah,
knowing my dad. It's very
that's
funny that he's just definitely the worst movies of all time. So if
so.
I can find a list, well, I'll bring it to the pod.
The Daily Wire put out a new film. Gotta check that one out.
This is the Dozen Daily Trivia. I will not be watching any of the Daily Wire movies.
Yeah.
It's cinema, Ben Shapiro.
Uh-huh. I didn't understand. I didn't understand Barbie. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Orgasms.
Yeah.
This is the Dozen Daily Trivia. It is made by Barstool Sports. The first three questions are about sports, and the rest are about general American culture. We've got NFL, college football, college basketball. Probably going to take a big shit on the sports questions. But so far, 9's on the table.
Yeah.
NFL. While he spent most of his career with the Bears, Devin Hester scored his final punt return TD with his NFC South team in 2014.
I only know this because I play Madden Ultimate Team, and I have Devin Hester. He played for the Atlanta Falcons as well.
Atlanta Falcons. Hell yeah, dude. Nailed it.
Yep.
College football. As a 4-year starter, this Missouri QB threw for over 8,000 yards and rushed for over 4,000 more from 2002 to 2005.
Well, I have no idea.
I just straight up don't know. That's a decent amount of rushing yards.
Matt Smith.
Javon
Oh.
Hagan.
Better watch out. No.
I mean, there's a lot of rushing yards.
Sure. It's a fair amount of rushing yards.
College basketball. After beating Kentucky and Murray State in their first 2 games, 15-seed St. Peter's upset this 3-seed Big Ten school in the 2022 Sweet 16. You know this one?
No, I don't.
We're gonna go Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan's the only Big Ten team I know.
Me too.
I always guess Michigan.
Who's wrong? Geography. What is the capital of Vietnam? Da Nang or Pyongyang?
Well, I know that we got that booty sweat in Da Nang, but does that make it the capital?
I feel like there's a more obvious one, but I've got Pyongyang in my head.
All right, that's fine with me.
I'm gonna be pissed if it's not. God damn it! I know there's like an easy one, and it's gonna piss me off when I find it. Saigon.
No, I think Saigon is the capital of a different country, but you might be right.
I think Saigon's in Vietnam. Oh god damn!
Oh, you're right. God
that's
damn,
Martin
right,
Short.
Yep. And is that Kristen Stewart?
That could be Kristen Stewart. I'm gonna go Kristen Stewart.
That is abominable.
Oh Jesus Christ! Hell yeah, dude!
Hey,
that's the first mashup that you've contributed.
Yeah.
I never contributed to any football.
Yeah.
Snacks and candy. While more known for its kettle cooked variety, this brand of potato chips, founded in Massachusetts, also has the waffle cut varieties with flavors like buffalo cheddar and barbecue ranch. I don't know.
Since it's Massachusetts, is it some kind of bay? Is there some kind of bay chip? Something bay?
I'm not seeing bay.
B-A-Y?
Boston? No. Mass? No.
Like
Beantown?
Old? Isn't Old Bay something?
No, I put old in.
No. The only kettle chips that I know are Miss Vicky, but I don't know Miss Vicky's from Massachusetts. I also don't know if she's seen The Departed. It's,
It's not Miss Vicky's. I tried.
Damn.
God damn, dude. We're fucking ass city right now. The Master, Angelus, Spike, Dark Willow, and Caleb were the names of villains for this show that debuted in the WB in 1997.
This is Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
God damn, dude. I would not have gotten that one.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Good job. Movies. Marcus Houston, Omarion, Raz B, Lil Fizz, Jay Boog, and Megan Good starred in the 2004 film that involved a street dancing competition. You got served?
Sure. I was thinking Step Up, but Step Up might be later.
Wow, look at me, dude.
You got a movie question.
I know black people.
I thought you were going to do the
music.
I am number one.
What does it take to be number one? Dude, I haven't heard that song in a long time. Featuring Lil Yachty, this rapper is most known for his 2016 hit song Broccoli. She's chopping broccoli.
I don't believe
Dana
it's Dana
Carvey.
Yeah.
My lady, she went downtown.
I don't know. Lil somebody. Lil Durk.
Future.
Sure.
Yes,
nope.
Double Dip.
Try Saigon, yeah.
How's Saigon not coming up?
SAI?
Yeah, I'm almost positive it's SAI. Well, God damn it. Well, let's do Da Nang, I guess.
I don't know that Da Nang's any easier to spell than Saigon.
Well, I know Saigon is SAI. I don't know, bro. Sacramento. Nope.
Hold on.
Oh man, I'm so angry that I don't know the capital of Vietnam.
Danang is Da Nang.
There's Da Nang and Da Nang.
With a space.
Da Nang. Dang. Nope.
All right.
What is it? Hanoi. Fuck yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm an asshole. What is Saigon?
Is that Thailand?
It's Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. What the fuck? How is that not the capital? It's the most populous city in the goddamn.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm taking half a victory for that. I'm taking a quarter of a victory for that.
And there's Miss Saigon, the play. And I thought you were right because there's a Charlie Daniels song called Still in Saigon, which isn't funny on purpose, but is very funny on accident.
Brad Smith, you had Matt Smith, I believe, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's the most generic man's name.
Fuck, if I would have just typed Smith in, and
yeah,
that could have been an all-timer moment for us. I apologize. College basketball, Purdue.
Okay, well now I know Purdue is in the Big Ten.
Cape Cod potato chips. You had it. You had an idea because you're like, why did they mention Massachusetts? Music, it's Dram.
Sure. Why wouldn't it be
Dram?
Yeah.
International superstar Dram.
Yeah, we all remember Dram.
Yeah,
and his jams.
God, dram it.
Dram, jam.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. You want to do movie to movie, or you want to go?
Spray down with Pam. We'll do movie to movie real quick. We got Moon.
Go to Cape Cod and get a clam. You know.
Moon to Sonic 3.
Okay.
The fuck is Moon? Sam Rockwell.
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
So can we go Spacey to Carrie? Rockwell to Carrie?
I think so. I don't know the easy way to necessarily get there.
Carrie and Cage? Can you get Carrie and Cage?
What do you got for Cage?
Sam Rockwell is in what the heck is that movie called? The one where Cage is a Matchstick Men.
Matchstick Men.
With Cage.
Okay.
We can go Rockwell's also in isn't he in like a Men in Black situation? What movie am I thinking about that he's in? That's like
he was in a movie. Yeah, maybe.
Oh, he's in this might get us. Isn't Rockwell in Galaxy Quest?
Yes.
So we can go Rockwell to Tim Allen, but I don't think we can get from Allen to Carrie. Is Carrie in movies with people?
Not really. I mean, Jeff Daniels.
I know, but I'm just saying, like.
Okay. Let's go Rockwell. Let's.
Who was in Dick and Jane with Carrie? Who's the girl?
Téa Leoni.
Oh.
That's gonna be.
He's not in. Jim Carrey doesn't do movies with people. Oh, he's in The Mask with Diaz.
This actually might be easy.
Okay.
Go to If. Right there. See if Carell is in If.
Oh, Wonderstone.
Wonderstone. We got a Wonderstone on our hands.
I can't believe we did a Wonderstone.
Nobody
I don't think this is the first time that we've used Wonderstone.
I don't remember using Wonderstone, but we've
at least discussed Wonderstone. So
we did that not on the podcast though. One of the least funny movies I've ever seen, unfortunately.
No, I think we've discussed using it for one of these things.
Oh, maybe.
But yeah, I've never seen it. Rockwell was in Moon. And he was also in If with Steve Carell, who's in Wonderstone with Carrie, who's in Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Yeah.
Short as Possible is Rockwell was in Everybody's Fine with Ben Schwartz, who's in Sonic the Hedgehog 3. But who the fuck knows that?
Yeah, I don't remember that, but
Yeah.
I was like wringing my wringing my hands trying to figure out how to get to Carrey, because you're right. For a lot of his movies, it is Jim Carrey is the guy, but
Yeah, he doesn't.
I guess he's in Cable Guy he's with Matthew Broderick.
Yeah, he's got Broderick and Cable Guy. He's got
But Liar Liar's like nobody. Jennifer Tilly's in that movie. So what's your weight say on your driver's license? 105? Yeah, in your bra.
In your bra. Anyway.
Yeah.
That was fun.
We made it. I didn't even think it would. I thought it would take longer. I thought there'd be more banter, but we're so good at movie to movie. Undefeated.
As long as it's not some bullshit French movie.
Yeah. Thank you to everybody who listens. We appreciate it. Give us your feedback. Tell me, would you go to Camp No Counselors? I want to know. What do the people
Have
think?
you gone to Camp
Have
No
you
Counselors?
gone to Camp No Counselors?
I'd
or
love to hear from you.
A equivalent experience. Adult
If you
camp.
have gone to Camp No Counselors, I will pay for your STD screening.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
But thank you to everybody who listens. We appreciate you. We'll be back next week. It's Snart Mark Podcast. You know what's going on. Like us on YouTube.
We love you.